your thoughts on Coach Cristobal? What makes him such a valuable coach to you since you've been here?
Coach who? Sorry?
Cristobal.
Coach Cristobal. I mean, he's intense guy. That's just the first thought I always get that just pops into my head whenever he's brought up or whenever I think about him. This is intensity. He wants everyone he coaches, to be great and be the best player that they can be. He's been a huge part of my progression while I've been here.
Kind of a unique situation with Coach Sarkisian right now. I know it's only been a couple of days, but how's that transition going right now?
I'm thinking it's going about as smooth as it can go. I think obviously when the world hears new offensive coordinator, like a week before, it's kind of like panic, but we haven't had any of that around here. We just go out and execute, man. Just go out and do what you're coached to do. Don't let the moment be too big. Don't let any situation be too big. Just go out and just do what we do.
Are these the types of moments where, without maybe even realizing it, Coach Saban has been preparing you guys for how to handle situations like this?
Exactly. That's exactly what has happened. I'm sorry. Coach Saban does a great job of trying to prepare us for any situation. Whether it be coaching change or anything like that. Something we take pride in is just not letting that outside stuff, those external factors, bother what we're trying to get done on the field.
Questions? We talk about how Jaylen's poised throughout this year has really gathered the team's confidence around him. And has there been any discussion just with players with him this week, just kind of keep him cool, keep him calm, keep him ready for this game?
One thing that Jaylen doesn't need, he doesn't need anyone to tell him to be cool or calm. He was just born like that. I think he's just a natural born leader. So he doesn't need us to try to calm him down and try to keep him composed or anything like that. I mean, he understands the magnitude of the situation, but I mean he's equipped to handle it. He'll be fine.
Ken, there's been a lot made of what happened after that tackle in the Fiesta Bowl, where there's that you know what I'm talking about, I think. Do you what is your reaction to that? Is that something that happens?
Speechless.
Next question.
When you're getting ready to face a high-level team for the second straight year, from your standpoint, is it easier or harder playing against that defense and trying to beat them for a second straight year?
It's definitely more difficult. It takes more. It takes more focus. It takes more. You being exactly sure what you're trying to get done on offense. Just because you've played against that defense before, that coordinator before in particular, and he kind of knows tendencies. He knows what you do well or what you don't do well, and so it's definitely going to be more difficult, I think. But I think we're completely prepared to handle that. It's just going to start in the way we prepare for it, the way we prepare in practice, and we get mentally locked in. I think we'll be fine.
What do you see in the differences in their front from last year to this year?
Honestly, it's not a big drop off. I mean, everyone knows how good their front was last year. They had a lot of good players, and a lot of this year this is just more of the same. And they just brought in more good players. They have great size, and they also can move. So I think that's probably the most special part about the front.
Bo had a career game last week against Washington. After the game, a couple guys had said they kind of saw him running a little harder in practice, felt like he was healthier. Did you see that? Did you kind of anticipate this sort of performance from him?
Right. I mean, for the past maybe about 3 or 4 weeks, he's been practicing really well. But I think that's just him finally getting 100% healthy, and just him that comes with just him getting more comfortable on the offense as well. And the more you play and the more you practice, and you're just going to get more comfortable. And the more comfortable you get, that just allows you to play faster. And I think that's just all that's happening with him. He's just settled in, and he's just playing football.
Cam, you know what it's like to face a team that's had your number in the past. You guys had Ole Miss earlier this year. You guys had Clemson's number last year. How powerful of a motivator is revenge?
I think if it's used the right way, I mean, it can be extremely powerful. But I mean, that's something we're not focused on. You know, that they're going to have, you know, the revenge factor or whatever you want to call it on their side. You know, we know that if we come out, you know, we execute, we play, and we play Alabama football, and we do exactly what we do week in and week out in preparation and in the game. You know, we'll be fine.
Coach Saban said that y'all had 25 negative plays against Washington.
Right.
How is that sitting with this offense right now?
It didn't sit well with the offense. Me in particular, but I know the offense. It was, you know, after games like that, I just, you know, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And honestly, I almost felt like we lost. We performed so bad as an offense during the games. You know, I mean, you're obviously excited that, you know, you did get a win, but those type of offensive performances are unacceptable. You know, it's something we're definitely going to have to clean up.